pickup truck is an American icon associated with both work and play. This 1969 F100 short bed is a stunning example of Ford's late 1960s version, with a few modern touches. Short on time? Here's what you need to know. The interior is super sweet. It's got a 302 V8, it's clean underneath, and it makes all the right noises. But let's dive a bit deeper. From this little tag, we know that this F100 was assembled in June of 1969 in Norfolk, Virginia. And we know it was equipped with the 150 horsepower 6-cylinder engine and a 3-speed transmission. It was painted sky view blue with a light blue vinyl interior. The DSO code number 24 tells us it was delivered to Jacksonville, Florida. The truck's early history is largely unknown. It made its way to Los Angeles, California, and at that point it was still sky view blue. The story goes, the previous owner had ties to a body shop in Mexico, and he sent the truck south of the border for the body-off restoration and color change to the shade very close to Ford's Wimbledon white it wears today. You can see here where some work was done on the driver's side bottom door sill. During the respray, the truck was debadged, giving it a clean and stripped-down look. The current owner purchased the truck in 2018 and has continued to refine the cosmetics and mechanicals. The body sides are incredibly straight, and at the risk of starting a Ford versus Chevy argument in the comments, we think the rear bumper may be from a Chevrolet. Also, you'll see the spare now resides on a custom mount in the bed as a result of the relocation of the fuel tank. And the fuel filler is now also in the bed.
A little kind of church key thing here.
This also renders the stock fuel filler cap just for looks, and is a perfect segue into the interior. Without the fuel tank in the cab, it's opened up an area behind the seats for storage. The current owner had the seat upholstery redone with new old stock vintage basket weave vinyl and leather inserts, complementing the truck's theme of clean lines. 3-point seat belts and a center lap belt were also added, and the steering wheel is a CJ Pony original style reproduction. And the stereo is operated by a vintage look custom auto sound 300 watt USA 740 radio with Bluetooth and a whole bunch of other stuff, powering Frog audio speakers. The horn had been finicky for some time and is currently not functioning. The floors feature cocoa mats and German square weave carpet. The dash pad is flawless. As is the headliner. The working dome light. Even the hat hook is present. The bottom area around the dash and knobs are free of scratches or wear. The central knob, in place of the choke, controls an electric bypass valve to the heater core. This eliminates the phenomenon of heat seeping through heater box door seals and heating the cab at all times.
This is the heat knob.
And the display above the transmission tunnel is the Holley Sniper EFI, showing temps and other data. Under the hood, you'll find a 302 cubic inch small block roller cam V8, cooled by a larger Griffin radiator with an electric fan and an automatic fan controller. Fuel delivery is handled by an in-tank electric pump with AN fittings, pumping to the Holley Sniper electronic fuel injection, with an MSD electronic billet distributor and an MSD 6AN ignition box. The Sniper system controls both fuel and timing through the ECU. We took it down to Driven Garage in Hayward, California, the shop that's maintained and modified it since 2018 to get a better look underneath. In 2022, Driven Garage installed a rebuilt Ford AOD 4-speed automatic transmission along with a heavy-duty torque converter. The setup includes a shift kit for firm shifts and a low-car kickdown cable. The front-end setup includes a disc brake conversion and power steering. The rear end is a Ford 8.8, sourced from a Ford Explorer, with disc brakes. The only corrosion visible on the frame is some minor surface rust here next to the fuel tank. Here's a better look. Let's zoom in and take a closer look at some details on this F100. The rubber is excellent. The same is true with the rear window. And the wind wings. And the doors. The glass is good. There are two notable imperfections on the windshield. The first is this scratch from the wiper on the passenger side, and this rock chip above it. Door panels and hinges are great. There are 3 minor dings under the shadow line of the hood. There's a chip by the right front turn signal, and one here on the left side. There's some cracking at the lower corners of the tailgate. There's a small bubble here in the passenger's door, and a chip on the bottom side, and another that's been touched up on the driver's side. The roof is excellent. As are the drip rails. There are no flaws to point out with the grille or behind the grille area. The mirrors show some patina, but may clean up with polish. The keys work the locks. The door bottoms are excellent, as is the sheet metal on the insides of the bed. Wheels and tires. Shortly after purchase, the current owner parted ways with the oversized chrome mags in favor of these 16x6 Wheel Vintiques steel wheels and reproduction dog dish hubcaps from an earlier year truck, as the lettering fit the look. The tires are 235/85/16 Goodyear Wrangler HTs with 2018 date codes, and there's a clever lock mechanism under the dog dish cap keeping the spare wheel in the bed. The hood badges are present, in addition to a set of smoked lenses we believe it acquired south of the border. Receipts for maintenance and work by Durden Garage from the past 4 years are also included.
Works like a truck, rides like a car.
It's a slogan you wouldn't think would ring true 54 years later, but with this well-sorted example, it really does. And it looks right at home in any setting. For more, check out the driving video and the cold start and lighting video.